Okay, I think we're back. All right. Good Lord. Yeah, I just lost internet. I guess there was a brief outage. Let me post on socials and stuff like that. Give me just a second. That was terrifying. What happened? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left you all alone. Okay. Let me just do x.com. I use that for some reason still. Like an idiot. Okay. Okay. Black Lion Guard, I just saw your message. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Okay. Hello. Hello, how are you? All right, we made it. We made it. Okay. I guess let's do commands again. Thank you for hanging on. And okay, what's irritating is that Spectrum definitely had an outage and they didn't tell me. And they're like now gaslighting me about the fact that no, nothing happened. And it did. Absolutely did. And I was like, and they said, "Oh, it must be your modem." Right? They said that to me. I'm like, "Okay, well maybe the modem's going out. Maybe." So I go next door to a neighbor on a different modem and it's also down. So, yeah. Yeah. I know. But they're the only fiber provider right now, so that's what we're doing. It is what it is. It certainly ain't what it ain't though. I tell you what. I tell you what. Yeah, I forgot that it's always my fault and I apologize. So, we're only going for a couple hours, so hopefully we can get through everything here. Chapter 12. We're going to go over everything. Okay. Okay. So the Highwind just crashed. The entire time Sid was gaslighting us into thinking it was fine. And here's Cloud just chilling. Just hanging out. Down the street. And then in the next frame, it's got little baby wings. They're able to do this on the fly, which makes me think that, like, we don't understand technology.
Okay, let's start her up.
In this world.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but the wings are still broken.
They're not broken, they're just little.
What of it? Only one man has mastered the land, air, and sea. You're looking at it. You got that?
Okay, so?
So you can think of me as the captain of your ship. Strap on in and we'll punch through the chop.
Aye, aye.
Let's set sail.
Yeah, I too am grateful to Spectrum for keeping me right-sized, you know?
And after that,
We hit it!
Sounds like a plan. We'll be there before you know it.
Let's set a course for Costa del Sol, sir.
If you guys, by the way, could
full speed ahead.
let me know if the audio ever desyncs. But I think we fixed that problem. It didn't desync at all last time.
Before we arrived.
Gladly.
Okay,
About 20 years back.
so as far as the pro goes, one of the places that I notice it the most is in the Bronco scenes.
If my more
You know?
eccentric colleagues convinced the company to build a museum for its antiques. The Reliquary, they called it.
The Reliquary.
Eh? Now, according to company records, the keystone was housed there.
Wait a second.
Pretty cool. I mean, so a reliquary, just by the way, just so you know, it's where relics are held. So that's why you call it a reliquary. And a lot of people don't actually really know what the context of a relic is and reliquaries in Catholicism, which is like its primary origin. The word's history is more complex than just Catholicism, but for the most part, a relic refers to the holy relics, and almost always holy relics were portions of sanctity. Portions of sanctities are usually, like, legitimately body parts of saints. So if you go to a basilica or a Catholic church and ask about their reliquary, you know, and you just happen to, you know, be the right shade of altar boy or whatever to catch the priest's eye, and he wants to show you the reliquary, what the reliquary usually is it's very often near an altar. In most just small churches in the basilica, it's usually its own room or entry or you know, structure, and it's usually the bone of a saint. The bones of the relics are sent all throughout the world, so that some piece of a saint's body is taken to different places. And a lot of Catholics don't even know that. So
I thought you said it was at the Gold Saucer.
Aye, I'm getting to
I'm
that.
just
Didn't fret.
spreading the knowledge.
Oh, right. So, the museum turned out to be a total flop. Closed as soon as it opened. But somewhere between cutting the ribbon and boarding up the windows, the keystone vanished into thin air.
So it's not at the saucer?
Do you know where it went?
No, but I know a man who might. The former curator.
Deal.
How do you know that name?
Let's just say I've been around a while.
After the museum debacle, all Dio was demoted, only to be promoted again when the saucer took off. Made director in no time.
greatest collection of the biggest reliquaries in Pittsburgh outside of the Vatican.
A real richest to rags to riches.
That's good to know, Jack Example Esquire. Yeah, you should go there, take pictures.
Did I hear right? You used to work with Shinra?
Still do on occasion. Them boys got their uses.
That's gonna be a problem. You see, we don't take kindly to friends of the company.
I love Sid's response here. How about you fuck off?
The Lord his power over me is gonna wish he didn't. That's what's appealing about the skies. Got them all to myself. Rats can have their race in the gutter. Never much cared for the squeaking anyways.
Sid
I
gives
miss the wild blue yonder dearly.
libertarian vibes, you know?
I hope Johnny's all healed up by now.
And that his hotel's found its, sea legs.
I like that she's worried about Johnny.
Probably got grifted
That's nice.
again and is crying
Got
himself to sleep
grifted.
every night.
No! Andrew Tate got him. And his How to Be a Man workshop from Jordan Peterson. Johnny, no! I do like that we can look at this. I like just going around the world and exploring, even though like all of the objectives are locked to that side quest. I wish you could redo the, you know, the King's Treasure side quests and the Proto Relic quests. I wish you could redo those. I wish there were achievements locked behind redoing them in hard mode. Business, motherfucker. Seal. Kino Tubbs, welcome in. I was looking at the world while driving the Bronco so much. Really gets me wondering about how the world will look in part 3. Well, one thing that we can say from the recent interviews, which are kind of nothing burger interviews that a lot of people are like, oh, this means, I don't know, it's hard confirms. It's just the same, like, super PC language they use to not confirm anything and not disconfirm anything, because they want, like, sales are really important, and they're going to lose sales no matter what happens, but they don't want to lose buzz on the way there. So there's a lot of PC interviews and stuff like that with extreme like we'll say diplomacy, and people read into every bit of diplomacy to confirm their own headcanon. And I'm just done doing that. I'm not going to do that anymore. It's boring. But the interesting things that were said were about the High Wind. And basically what Hamaguchi's saying is he's not going to cheat. He's not going to fuck around. The High Wind experience of being able to travel the whole globe is something that he wants to give us. And I'm excited for that.
Using Bronco Cruises. We sincerely hope you enjoyed your trip with us.
Cruises? I thought it was Bronco Airlines.
Not after his wings got clipped.
Seriously, we really appreciate you ferrying us around.
You're most welcome. Hey, y'all are headed to the Saucer, ain't you? I might could tag along, take in the splendor. What do you think?
Of course.
This is where it could have said, Sid Highwind has joined your party, you know? But I do like that he comes with us. This is a good picture. We're screenshotting this.
Earl always knows just what to say. Am I right? Shall we?
Wait a sec. Where's Vincent?
Vincent! He's just
Up there.
wandering away. I do love this exchange.
As if one wasn't enough of a pain in my ass.
Yeah, one's more than enough.
I love that he doesn't get it. Sweet summer child. They all giggle. You're the butt of the joke. He just got it. He just got it.
You mean me?
He is less of a loner though now. You know, he's having fun with people. It's the slow progression. You know, it was on the way to a smile. But he's gotta backslide heavily, you know, before. So I expect, you know, the backsliding that's happened, that happens in chapter 13 and 14, and then the weird, you know, insane asylum that's in the ending. That's gonna persist, you know, for a little bit in his character arc in the beginning of part 3. So. I'm gonna do chapter 12, and then tomorrow we're gonna do all the side quests. I've been saving a ton of side quests. We're gonna do all of the Red 13 side quests, but with Red 13's young voice to see what kind of differences there are, or if we get new stuff. I do wish I could just wheelie into my feelies, into the Costa del Sol wilderness. Okay. Okay. I want to buggy over there. I have full faith. Okay, let's see. I'm sorry, I missed a bunch of YouTube content. Deltason sounds like some Genova shit. Yes. I can't wait to play this in part 3. I have full faith. I hope they keep Sid regularly smacking Cloud in part 3. Do we think there'll be the Promised Land in part 3? I think the Promised Land is always going to be like this metaphor. You know? I think they're gonna find a way to make the Promised Land be as like as personal as possible to people. The game wants you to think the Promised Land lies within yourself. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I mean, definitely. In part 3, it would be cool if the cracks in the planet on some parts of the map appear after the Whirlwind Maze. Like, there could be a series of frothing Mako caverns you can visit for side quests. Cave exploration is fun. Yeah. In Advent Children, he asks V for advice, and Vincent realizes, wait, you even tried to get better. Like, dude, what the fuck? I don't want to turn out like that. I need to get back to Tiva and the kids and fix their shit. Yeah, like, yeah. That conversation with Vincent is kind of important. Parking garage. Oh, the sand sweat mod. I found it. Okay, I guess we'll do this. I don't know why I didn't do all the treasure chests. I think it was because I didn't care. Once I got everything, I didn't need anything, you know? I think there's a way that you can play this game, though, where, like, it really matters. Like, you're like, oh shit, this treasure chest is clutch. Especially in normal mode, where items matter. Or if you're, like, not good at video games. If you're not goated, like me. Once I had enough Moogle medals for shit, I was like, oh, okay, well, is it gonna matter? Where's the other chest? I'm always like, when I'm looking for these chests, I'm always like, oh, it's got to be hidden super somewhere. I don't know where the fuck this could possibly be. Looking around for ladders and shit, and then it's just always on the ground somewhere I missed. Like, oh, there it is. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I've been like, where the fuck is it? And it's, oh, there it is. I guarantee this is gonna be like in fucking plain sight. Like I've probably passed it already, you know? Or just dead ass in this pipe. Yeah, look, it's just right there. Oh, there it is. So, these little kind of fetch things are like, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Oh, we should change his sword. I change it every chapter, huh? Okay, what sword does he get now? Let's give him the rune blade. Oh no, let's do Sleek Saber, because I've got to fucking fight. Bitch ass Rufus. Yeah, let's go. We took the long way. Sleek Saber is the coolest new sword.
We hope you enjoy your time with us
Should
today.
split up to look for
Do you think any of the Shinra Promised Land stuff is inspired by the U.S.'s religious financial interests in the Middle East, Israel? I feel like I've seen some parallels between how U.S. Zionists, especially evangelicals, talk about Israel. Well, yeah. I do think the Promised Land it has parallels to Zionism. I don't know how current those parallels were intended to be, regardless of how much they ended up being. But you know, none of these parallels are one-to-one. Like the Cetra are diasporic currently, like, and so you know, you could make parallels with the Cetra and the Palestinians too, because of, you know, who's currently in a diaspora, right? Glad you're back. Yeah, my internet back. I don't know what the fuck happened. That bomb cyclone? What bomb cyclone? Do I need to look at the news? I kind of wish the caches had better stuff in it. Do I mean the Philistines? No. I don't. But also, sure. I do.
If I catch you goofing off, so help me out.
Cloud, you got a minute? There's something I failed to mention about the Temple of the Ancients. You might call it a legend or a warning.
Uh-huh.
You see, no one who goes into the temple ever comes out again. No one. And I'm wondering if you really want to take everyone to a place like that.
You said it yourself. It's just a legend.
I did, aye, but...
Let's focus on finding Dio and the keystone for now.
Okay, so it's almost as if this is the moment that he decides to steal the materia. So Cait Sith is a much less, like, opaque characterization of the, you know, two-faced man on the inside with the heart of gold. You know, which is inherently doesn't sound like an opaque character, but it is kind of. There is not a ton of depth. Like, most of the depth comes from the sentence that I just spoke, right? But the idea of him being sort of in flux on how he's going to proceed, sort of a moment-to-moment thing, and having this conversation where it's like Cloud makes it really clear, yeah, they're going to do it anyways. So then, you know, Kate's just probably wondering, well, I just don't want them to die, you know? Halter, the man, what are Palestinian? I don't want to talk. Okay, let's not get into Palestine. Okay. West Coast needs some rain in moderation. Yeah, yeah. It's freezing, but it is clear as can possibly be here. Not a cloud in the sky. It's too cold for clouds. The clouds are like, nah. Come on, dance. Dance, Cloud. You can do it. Or you can just be like that. That's fine. Okay, whatever. Whatever, Cloud. I like that you can even swim in this pool. Like, you got it. Like, and there's nobody else in here. So people are just looking like, what are you doing? I also like that it's like eternal night here. And you don't know, is there some dome? Is this fake? What kind of darkness material is there?
Welcome to paradise. The gold saucer.
I love the gold saucer. This is such a big area. They did not fuck around with gold saucer. And it also does look much better on the Pro. I thought it was going to be fine on the, like, I didn't really think that I'd notice a difference here. But I can almost notice the difference here the most.
I'm not leaving till I ride the Skyway.
A guide Moogle ought to be able to show us around.
These guide Moogles are so handy. I want to take a guide Moogle home and snuggle with it forever and ever.
I want to snuggle with the guide
I'm a
Moogle.
fan of Ghost Square. It's nice and quiet, not nearly as crowded as the other ones.
Here, say something. Okay. Okay, so Ghost Square is perfectly the most Disney haunted thing that you could possibly expect. The execution was perfect, and I feel like they reused the vibe from the haunted hotel here and put it in the Shinra Manor, and that was a huge mistake. You know, I've already spent a whole day of playing, explaining what my issues were with Chapter 11, and where I praise Chapter 11, because I think Chapter 11 has some really good stuff as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, something big is afoot. The
Yelps of blood, screams of pain. All that gore and more awaits you in tomorrow's gruesome match at Battle Square's Musclehead Coliseum. Aren't you just dying to experience it?
Here's the haunted hotel. I can sleep like the dead.
I heard one of the rooms is literally haunted.
Literally haunted.
Yelps of blood, screams of pain. All that gore
And there's Vincenzo.
I can't wait to see who wins the contest.
Let's talk to Vincenzo.
Dio's not here.
He's so edgy. He's so obviously here. He's obviously here. Also, look at that sweet, angry eye. Look at his right eye just fucking losing its shit. That's so cool. Okay. I like the yin yang shows up here. You're welcome. Hi,
Hello
Chadley.
there, Cloud. Are you enjoying yourself here at the Gold Saucer? 4 years ago, the park underwent extensive renovations and was outfitted with
4 years
state-of-the-art
ago.
technology. Even today, the Gold Saucer continues to expand, with new attractions
So,
currently in the works.
1 year after
So a friend told me this story.
the Nibelheim incident,
Right around.
this got huge renovations, which is interesting. Also, look at this fucking awesome mask. It's Majora's, in fact. Alright. Okay, enough of that shit. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
I can't wait to see who wins the contest.
Let's talk to all the people, go to all the places looking for this keystone. Except for Battle Square. No reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, something big is afoot. The fight for naming rights. Wall Market's Don Corneo has issued a challenge to Director Dio. A winner-take-all match for control of
Dio!
Dio's champions will lock horns with the Corneo family.
Hey, Sleep Easy. How are you?
Okay, everyone, let the art show begin. Try and see if you can guess what I'm painting. Give your taste buds a
I
critical
wonder if they'll ever fix the pop-in.
and spiny treat. Grab a captura.
Hey there, muscleheads! Hope everybody's pumped up for tomorrow's big match. Will Dio's chosen champion?
Oh, there's Yuffie right now. Let's go say hi. Yuffie! Youfers!
Can you hang on a sec? Kinda busy here.
All right, you're the boss.
Cloud! Don't even think of lecturing me. I already did my recon, and a turnip squat, okay? Anyway, you wanna throw down?
Yes. Uh-oh. Left up. Uh-oh, right up.
Oh, what's the matter?
Ooh, what is this one? Left down? Okay. This is right up, and I missed it, I think. But I blocked it. At least it was that. Okay, left down. Oh, that was left up. Okay, left up, or left down. Left up. Okay, that is left up for sure. Right? Okay, that's right up. Down. Oops. No! Okay, let's retry. Damn, I wish an hour doing Seifu with that with no pausing. I know pausing's pretty easy. Does help at least.
At least put up a fight. Bring it on!
Ah, she had 5. Damn it. Okay. Okay. I want a perfect on her. Shiva's giving me the most trouble. Shiva has weird, like super samey kind of attacks. Yeah.
Aw, what's the matter? Bring it on!
Damn it. Alright. Fuck.
At least put up a fight.
I will.
Aw, what's the matter?
Hope you're ready.
I wish there were different levels of Limit Break. Like you could do Omni Slash. I can't wait to see Omni Slash. Omni Slash is gonna be a really tough
Credit where it's
void to fill.
That combo I landed was sick. I was playing out of my mind. Yeah, you must be out of your mind.
Hey there, muscleheads.
Hi. Omni slash, different worlds than Cloud and Zack. Man, I hope so.
Ladies and gentlemen, something big is afoot. The fight for naming rights. Walmart's Don Corneo has issued a challenge.
We've done Wonderment. Let's go back to Park Central. We've been to Ghost Square.
Dio's champions will
Oh, you know what? We haven't actually been to the Sky Wheel yet. We'll go to the Sky Wheel.
emerge victorious. Only a few tickets remain. You won't want to miss this matchup of the millennium.
Hey, lovebirds.
Oh, look who it is.
To tomorrow's match are almost sold out.
It's almost like she wants to go.
Oh, hey, Cloud. Doesn't look like Dio's around here. Do any of them realize war's about to break out?
They do, but people always think war is someone else's problem. Until they're in the thick of it.
Cloud, I gotta be honest.
Hmm?
For the longest time, I wanted to do everything. I wanted to fight for the planet, convince people to stand up, take action with us. But it's like, I always come up short. Always. No matter what I try, I'm in over my head.
And maybe you are, lass. But knowing your limits is one of the keys to knowing yourself.
You're not. And we're not the dumb kids who fell off Mount Nebo anymore.
I like this exchange
We're
a
not
lot.
powerless. And we're not alone. So don't ever stop trying, Tifa. Ever. You just gotta stick it out. Don't give up now.
Okay. Thanks.
Tifa being vulnerable
needed
with
that.
Cloud.
All right. Now let's go find Dio.
Cool.
Always come up short.
Always come up short.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
lovebirds. Tickets to tomorrow's match
that
are
she feels like she's
Are
always
you
coming
ready
up
to
short.
embark on an adventure
Um,
through the skies?
It's interesting characterization, but it is true. She has a lot of self-doubt, and the fact that she's honest and vulnerable with Cloud about it, despite knowing that Cloud himself is, struggling with his identity, means that like there's a part of her that really still does, at her core, believe that Cloud is somebody worthy of leaning on.
Are
At
you
this
ready
point
to
in the
embark
story,
on
and
We hope
I
this
think it's really good foreshadowing for their relationship. The chemistry that they have is always really it's very real, It's not ethereal, it's not fantastical, and so there's a real grounded element to the way that Cloud interacts with Tifa as compared to Aerith. And I'm not actually making a value statement on either of those. A lot of people think that there's the relationships, romantic ones, operate with a little bit of that, ethereal and sort of fairy tale function, even if it's a lie that everybody tells each other. Like, there's some people that just really enjoy the fantastical elements, and they'll inject that into their own relationships, etc. But Cloud and Tifa's interactions have always been extremely human and grounded. And that's more just a statement on the, on the nature of it more than like a qualitative rating of it either way. Free purple materia. I do like that the repeat materia isn't always just, oh, you get an HP up, or oh, here's another healing materia.
Our mission today is a vital one, and we will need your wholehearted support to defeat the enemy.
You're being deployed from Battle
Gilgamesh
Square
army
to
is a massive fleet of star cruisers on the far side of Game 7. You and your team
Just so you know, Dio ain't here.
through the enemy's defensive lines. From there, you will strike
The yearning, something fantastical that makes your heart skip a beat, and that's the reason I like it. The yearning for the fantasy, or the seventh poison material pickup and remake. Yeah, I prefer Clarith, but always thought Cloudy was great for that reason. Cloud and Aerith would need to overcome a lot, like pedestalization, to be together. And I think, and you know what, like romance and relationships doesn't always have to be about they end up together, you know. And I'm not saying that. A lot of times it's momentary. I'll give you an example of a momentary romance. And again, I have my own preference. Most people know it in terms of who I think Cloud has the best chemistry with, and who I think what the core of the story is. But I respect the other preferences. I do. So keep that in mind when I say this. But like Tidus and Aerith's relationship is really good in sort of a momentary fashion, right? But it's doomed, right? It's never meant to sort of last, and in fact doesn't last, like canonically. Not even like saying that like 10-2 is not real. Canonically, there's a novel that came out written by Nojima, 10-2.5, where Yuna decides to break up with Tidus after he dies again. You know? Yeah, Tidus and Yuna. Yeah. Cloud and Tifa feels a bit Hallmark. Toolman. I actually feel I don't feel that way. I feel like Cloud and Aerith feels more Titanic, more Hallmark. Cloud and Tifa feels more like kind of grounded. Gritty kids from the slums making it together. Less Christmas
in a
to
bid
me.
to destroy their dread flagship. Your actions will decide not only the outcome of this war, but the fate.
War in outer space, huh? Daunting proposition in and of itself. But just getting there's no picnic neither. I'd still go in a heartbeat, though. Fight, too, if I had to. Hell, I'd kill for the chance.
I love that Sid's like, oh yeah, let's do Star Wars. Can we fight in space? Does that mean that there's going to be space fighting between the SRC? Probably not. They've already got so much they've got to pack in.
Ladies and gentlemen, something big is afoot. The fight for naming rights. Law Market's Don Corneo has issued a challenge to Director Dio. A winner-take-all match for control of our park. Dio's challenge will lock horns with the Corneo family in Battle Square.
What's left? What haven't I
Where
done
would
to?
you like to go, Kubo?
Only a few tickets remain. You don't want to miss this matchup of the millennium.
Chocobo Square. Okay. And Event Square. We'll go to Event Square first.
Let's make tracks, Kubo. And here
Tifa
we
and Aerith
are.
have the best chemistry. Tifa and Aerith do have good chemistry, yeah. This is something Baby Seal has a really good take on. It's okay to love more than one person without that meaning exclusivity. Yeah, I do think that it's really... that it's very likely that Cloud does have genuine love for multiple characters, and that's okay. And I don't think we should shame anybody for feeling that way. I do think that there's something sort of toxically monogamous about all of it. But it's okay to have preferences and to like stories that are, monogamous in nature. But I also think that there's some, you've got to consult nature here too, and it's okay for people to be in monogamous relationships, but struggle through a journey, as they get to their feelings. You know, it's people are not possessions, you know, in the way that I think, and I think this is something that religion has really done a number on society over, you know. It really, really burns in, you know, some of these concepts early on that make it hard for people, you know, to feel connected to characters that don't conform to these really strong roles, you know. But yeah, regardless of who he ends up with, you know, even if for a couple years, you know, like, I think it's really reasonable to assume that, you know, Cloud as a human has the ability to feel romantic love for more than one character. Yeah, that's silly, you know. And I think everybody sort of, it feels like everybody knows where everybody's at and is accepting of it within the context of the game. Aerith knows how everybody feels. Tifa knows how everybody feels. And they both know that Cloud is on a journey to find himself, you know? But that said, you can have a preference for the kind of love story that you want to see, because love is part of life, and this game is about life, you know? And I think that people that are really into that kind of story, if you really press them, many of them would say they would rather the other ship get their flowers than something inconclusive, right? Like player choice, you know, or multiple endings. Like there's many people, particularly in the shipping community, that would rather, like, I know Claris that would be like, I would rather he ends up with Tifa than there be a player choice element. And if I'm on, you know, and I've certainly heard that from people on the Tifa side. Like I like my end game scenario, like my nuclear apocalyptic leave the fandom forever thing, is if they make it optional, you know. And you know, that's fair to prefer that from stories. I'm not wired that way. I do think it should be reflective of player choice. I would be okay with player choice ultimately affecting, you know, what you get, as long as no core themes are lost, right? And what I'll say is that the ability to pull that off is so hard. It is so hard to be able to effectively pull off. And it's not that I don't have faith in the team, but it's like, it's more than just like having a really strong vision on how to make all of the messaging of the game and Cloud's identity struggle work with a player choice element. I'm sure the team could do their best and could come up with a vision. It's also like a crapshoot. It's also like you have to get lucky. It's more than just creativity. It's also, you have to get lucky and somehow find the most precise path between all of these potential things, you know? So as long as you can tell the story that they've set out to tell with the Re-Trilogy project, which can be a different story with different messaging than Final Fantasy VII. As long as they stick to that and it is effective, I'm going to like it, you know? And will I compare it to the OG? Of course. The player choice aspects of OG are brilliant. Yeah. And I think something that's good about the way that the OG does it is it's like you actually lose some of the choice elements as Cloud becomes his own character, you know, in the end. And then Cloud gets his own autonomy and separates from you, and that's good too. I don't know if they'll do that with this. I can see them doing it and it being effective, or I can see them doing something different. And what's really got me like falling in love with the idea of them maintaining a relationship between the agency of the character and the agency of the player in part 3 is Metaphor ReFantasio. Metaphor, I think, really handles the messaging of that in a salient and modern way, in a way that it could not be more relevant to our current world situation, you know? So in terms of delivering on some of the like political messaging and just like the life theme messaging of Final Fantasy VII OG, I see a path that involves player choice being maintained throughout the entirety of the story that increases the potency of Final Fantasy VII's core themes. I do see a path. The execution is so hard though, and it's unfamiliar for this team. They've never done anything like it. You know, they unless they hire Remedy, you know, get Sam Lake and Hideo Kojima as consultants. Like, I do feel like a little bit of trepidation allowing them to do it, you know. So, all right, enough of that.
They're so good.
I repeat,
Have you managed to nab some tickets for the night show?
Yeah, introducing multiple endings to FF7 would undermine the integrity and impact of the OG.
As the director, I'm the one who needs to bring it all together.
I think it most likely would.
Bad news. No sign of Dio whatsoever. While we're talking, did you know this is where Jessie used to perform?
Yeah.
Oh. If she was with us, she'd probably be gushing about the role she played. Or maybe not.
A little bit of Jessie
she'd be
lore.
mad to see this place burning through more Mako than ever.
Either way, she'd have kept us entertained.
Aww.
Ain't that the truth?
So much Jessie talk. And there she is. There she is. Oh, and the love interest from the good season of Bridgerton. Okay,
We're now accepting pre-orders for commemorative lovers of fine art. Have you heard about tomorrow's epic ball?
tickets for tonight's performance and sold out.
Where would you like to go, Kubo?
Please line up here.
okay, Chocobo Square,
Here's us, Kubo.
and then Battle Square.
And here we are.
Attention, Chocobo race fans!
There you go. You can.
Hey, sorry, but I haven't caught a whiff of Dio yet.
Damn. Good race?
Yeah, it'd be awesome if I could enter.
As a jockey? Or a chocobo?
Damn, Cloud!
Either or.
Dude, it would be rad if you could Kate Sith Red ride through the event.
Attention, Chocobo race fans!
Ladies and gentlemen, something big is afoot.
Welcome to the Gold Saucer.
So I do want to talk about like something that has been said a lot about multiple endings. Okay, I'm not really defending. I'm not saying multiple endings are what's going to happen. I'm not saying that it should happen, but I do want to play devil's advocate on specifically the idea that it undermines the OG. I truly believe, and this comes from my own discussion with Kitase, and just a general idea of how inconsistent everybody's feelings is that developed Final Fantasy VII is on what the ending means. I think if they had the technology to have multiple endings for the OG, they would have. I think there is room to say that the interpretive nature of the OG's ending is inherently compatible with agency being able to define all of them. And I understand people's trepidation, but what's the payoff for all of this? Is it just to relive the same experience? Is it just nostalgia? Maybe. But nostalgia on messaging that isn't very nostalgic. Messaging of Final Fantasy VII is not nostalgia. Memory is part of it, but not nostalgia. It's very forward thinking. You know, it's about preserving the planet, sure, but it is about moving the species in a different direction. And can you tell a story so nostalgic that it undermines the messaging of forward progress as a species? And yeah, you can. And I think if all of the meta stuff doesn't pay off to something that increases the messaging, this will be a Hallmark remake. You know, and it will be a little cheap. It'll be a love letter, but it'll be a greasy Hallmark love letter. You know? So the messaging does need to deliver something beyond, I think, what the OG did. It does. And I'm not saying that the only way to do that is with multiple endings. I'm definitely not. But I am saying that's got to be addressed. So when asked earlier if I would rather Part 3 win than Rebirth, yes, but there's no shot it does. If it's just more of this, really. Like, if it's Hallmark, okay? And it won't deserve it. It really won't. Rebirth, why I think Rebirth deserves Game of the Year, is because I think it does achieve more overall than any other candidate. But not narratively, you know?
To lock horns with the Corneo family in Battle Square. Who will emerge victorious? Only a few tickets remain. You don't miss this matchup of the millennium.
Oh my gosh, did you see the way he nuzzled that chocobo? I was fangirling so hard.
I want to...
Sisyphus, they did it with Chrono Trigger. So, I mean, like, Final Fantasy VII was the most expensive game ever made. And, if you recall, the reason it was on 3 discs was just for the FMVs. Right? So, disc 3 had way less dialogue and everything, but because the ending cinematic, which was not that long, and you know, could fit on a thimble now, 1,000 of them could fit on a thimble now. At the time, the idea of bringing the same production quality to the end FMV, which was the most sophisticated ending FMV of all time at the point, to more than one ending was well beyond design limitations at the time. So comparing Chrono Trigger's production quality to FF7 is just not reflective of where we were technologically. So I don't think that's a good comparison at all, Sisyphus. I personally do not think the affinity system should return for part 3. I'd rather they focus on another element for replayability. Yeah, I could see that. I think it probably will, though.
See some ghosts in it.
I'm not a... Give your taste buds a critical hit.
Okay, so we did Chocobo, so it's Battle Square time.
Boys and girls, your saucer pals are here.
I'm totally hopeless.
History. Flash with Wall Market's Cornell. Get your chocobo.
Hello, boys and
Let's find a guide Chocobo.
I'm not leaving till I ride the Skyway.
And then just skip to Battle Square.
We gotta go to Wonderman Square next. We promised. Finally managed to get them out of Wonderman Square.
Okay, we'll just take this 2-1. Tifa comes out as a lesbian. I think they need to elevate part 3 as a narrative fundamentally, is have Final Cloud admit that she's trans femme and start on estrogen.
Ladies and gentlemen, something big is afoot.
Just name the
I mean,
square, and I'll get to
Alright. I do think part 3 will have the most well-rounded story in the trilogy. How it's split, starting and ending at the North Crater, live stream sequence in the middle, all the other fleshing out, more full story. Yeah, I think it's got a lot more story ground to cover. I mean, there's also a war. There's the War of the Beasts. And we got establishment of the War of the Beasts right before the Loveless chapter, and I think that's important. Okay,
Check it out, Cloud.
here we go.
Can you believe this?
Corneo?
The Dawn outstayed his welcome in Midgar and decided to set up shop in the Saucer. Great timing, eh? Interesting. There's an event being held at the Musclehead Coliseum tomorrow.
If there's a dress rehearsal today, Dio might be there. We should check it out.
Hold on just a second before I move forward. Okay, so this is where let's do a quick ad break right now. Or actually, looks like ads just ran. Okay, inserting an ad here. Chat right here. I can't say I was too happy to be surprised with Corneo. I feel like they are kind of forcing a lot of characters to just recur throughout the whole game. Like, I'm sure we'll see Solemn Gus again, which is sometimes that feels a little irritating. And when you see like Leslie and all that stuff, you're like, why? But I'm okay with it. So hold on just a moment. Well, hello, everybody. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. I'm not sure if we'll get through all of everything, but we'll try. So let's do it. So Loveless is a good precursor for War of the Beast, by the way. And so
I brought binoculars since I'm in the nosebleed.
or the War of the Beast. So we kind of see that war is starting now. Like Glenn came on, and part 3 is going to have a global conflict. Like a reflection of the Wutai War. Which never really stopped. Okay.
I'll be able to see the beats of. Did you see yesterday's match?
Musclehead Coliseum will host an epic
Aha! Found him! Greetings, Mr. Director! He doesn't look quite right.
Well, if it isn't our friendly fugitives, you're looking hale and hearty.
What happened to you?
I made a painful discovery that the Turks are stronger than they look.
You, sir, should know better. You're no spring chicken. Speaking of old things, whatever happened to that wee keystone thingy?
We need to get our hands on it. Was part of your collection, last we heard.
Snowing? Secret lemon face?
It was, yes.
So we of course come to get the keystone from the Reliquary, and like I mentioned before, reliquaries are usually the points where they are places in Catholic churches where they hold the bones of dead saints. It'd be weird if they were bones of alive saints.
And in fact still is.
Point of order. My ancestors owned it.
Yeah.
Don't you think that makes me its rightful owner?
Yeah.
A Cetra, are you? That, my dear, is a bold claim.
Yeah, but Kate could just tell you it's true, or Shinra.
But still, who am I to dispute your heritage? You may, of course, have the keystone. That is, on one condition.
Typical white man. Sure, you can have the thing that you own.
You must take part in our exclusive event, the Fight for Naming Rights. Dio's champions versus the Corneo family. Should my team fall to those rogues, the gold saucer will
Paul
become
versus Dio.
Corneo land.
God.
Exit out! Training hard and getting those gains.
What's up, party people?
What's up?
It's a challenge from the dog.
Signed and
Come on, give the people what they
Scotch and Koch.
But look at me. I can barely lift a finger. And here I was lamenting my lot in life when you came along. 'Tis fate. Nay, divine intervention. What say you? Will you be my champions and go to war against Don Corneo?
I'll do it. I'll fight.
We win, we get the keystone, right?
As agreed, you have my word.
Then we're in.
Then we have ourselves a deal. Naturally, I want you in peak physical condition.
Okay, so in terms, it feels like all kind of convenient, but really, this stuff is, I think, expertly built into the narrative here. Like, they were able to add Corneo and all this stuff and this tournament of champions, this musclehead competition, this thing that was sort of a in a singular incident. Oh, well, you're gonna have to go. We're gonna put you in the Coliseum and make you fight to the death, and then drop you into the prison. They were able to work a forced Coliseum sort of scenario, gauntlet, into the return to the Gold Saucer instead, using Corneo as like this, rival sleazebag of Shinra's, and I mean, it's really clever. It's a clever way. It's annoying that, we're getting reuses of characters and stuff like that, and that we really shouldn't see Corneo tell Wutai, etc. But it's clever to construct the plot this way. And I don't think it gets enough credit for that. Like, a lot of the pacing of Rebirth is masterful. Like, it's a really sharp restructuring of the OG's plot within the lens of a gameplay style like this, Oh, I just saw ODZ. There's a third dude no one knows about, Crotch. Yeah, I agree. Definitely Crotch is going to be part 3. If I bought something that once belonged to someone's grandfather, should I give it back if they ask for it? Kind of depends. Drumjod, let's say it was like requisitioned during the Holocaust, and you find that out. Yeah, give it back.
For the big bout, so please use my hotel to rest up.
Great. I'll jog on ahead and tell the others then.
GJ will be in Wutai part 3. Yeah, I think so too. Say, look at all these W's. What? W's.
The fate of the Gold Saucer rests on your shoulders. Don't let me down.
Okay. So now we have to fight to get the keystone,
Is spectating not enough? Want to step inside the ring? Head to our entrance counter to learn more. Is spectating not enough? Want to step inside the ring? Head to our entrance counter to learn more.
Okay. So it's time to get some shut-eye.
Your trusty guide Moogle is at your service.
So let's go back to Ghost Square. And let's go see Loveless.
We've arrived at your destination.
Okay. Now, for those of you just tuning in, it's Yuffie's birthday today, so we're doing Yuffie's date.
I can't wait to see who
The
wins
entry
the contest.
deadline for our Thou Art Rosa contest has passed, and we are no longer accepting submissions. Please await the results.
Thou Art Rosa contest. So there's a contest happening, and you can hear
The entry deadline for our Thou Art Rosa
a variety of things throughout talking about this. So it's not totally contrived, but it's a little contrived. So we can talk to her.
No way I didn't win the contest. Those are the absolute best lyrics
And a bunch of people who are staying here are like, yeah, I nailed it. I did the I'm Rosa.
Not now. I'm kind of busy here.
Rude.
Gouts of blood, screams of pain, all that gore and more. Tomorrow's gruesome match. Aren't you just dying to experience
I hear you'll be taking part in the main event at the Coliseum tomorrow. You'd better rest up before your big day.
Yeah, better rest up. Yes, until tomorrow.
Best of luck to you tomorrow. I trust you'll knock 'em dead.
What about...
Yeah, what about it?
Come on, think.
You right there? How's it going?
Not so good.
I had no idea you were into songwriting.
Oh, I'm not. But I wanted to give it a shot.
I see. Well, good for you. Never know till you try. What?
Yuffie turned 60 today for the 27th time.
They say curiosity killed the cat.
Oh, Cloud sleeping. Sleep, Cloud. Dream the sweetest dream. Okay, so we get some interlude stuff here. What did I just see? Go back to sleep.
Here.
Cloud's all yours. I'll take care of Aerith after.
Yes, ma'am.
Tending to the sick. Here, but I want to go outside with this bowl of water, can I? Let me! Where's the bathroom in this place, Elmira? Where is it? Where is it? Is it here?
Aerith
Hey,
sure
little
does
buddy.
sleep a lot, huh?
It's better this way.
What? Why?
Because of Cloud. He's still sick. Please, you gotta make Cloud get better. You gotta.
So Marlene is here saying that Cloud's got to get better, right? So this is such a good scene.
I mean, I'd love to, but... You said it's better for Aerith to stay asleep because Cloud's sick. Why's that?
Because she'll die if she wakes up.
Oh, you think? What makes you say that?
promise not to tell?
It's better if she stays asleep because she'll die if she wakes up. Why do you think that? Promise not to tell.
When she wakes up, a scary man is gonna kill her.
So she dodges the question, which is, how do you know that? She just moves on. Like, that's not the question. That's not the answer, you know?
Cloud tries to save her, but he doesn't make it in time. He almost does, but he doesn't. She likes Cloud, so she's happy he came. Really, really happy. But she dies. That's why you have to make Cloud better. If he's sick, he can't save Aerith.
Marlene, are you sure you didn't just have a bad dream?
No. I saw it.
So the Marlene in this world received a ton of information, apparently, about the future of things from the Aerith that gave her the hug. And if you recall, she gave that hug before the Whispers, you know, supposedly ripped so much away from Aerith. Like, you know, before the Aerith's room sequence in the beginning of chapter 13 in Remake.
Oh, okay.
I did!
Don't worry, I believe you. With everything that's going on, how could I not?
Okay.
Hold on just a sec. Charlie. Very good. My cat missed me.
Just one question, if it's all right. Can you tell me what this scary man looked like? Please?
His hair was long. And gray.
Of all the people.
Drumjod, have you played Astrobot yet by chance? Marlene from Remake gets information from Aerith. Knows telling the other Marlene in Rebirth, then explained to Zack and Aerith's fate. Yeah. Kinda.
Zack, did you see? They're blooming.
So the
Would you look
flowers
at that?
blooming here is interesting.
These were always Aerith's favorites.
means Aerith's probably making them bloom.
Do you think this means she's going to wake up?
Maybe. Can always hope.
Make them bloom, yeah.
Hey, Elmira. I've got to go away for a bit. Need to talk to someone about Cloud.
And who is this someone? A doctor?
Well, he's,
He's technically a doctor, probably has a PhD. Probably several.
Close enough, I suppose.
Well, hurry on back, okay? It's hard enough looking after these two with your help, but without it... Without you, I'd be a wreck.
Oh. Oh,
Don't
look
worry,
at that
I'm going
Zelmira moment.
Shouldn't take long.
I'd
Just
be
keep
a
an eye
wreck
on him
without
while I'm
you.
gone,
Without
okay?
you, I'd be a wreck.
Oh, and if Aerith does wake up, please don't let her leave.
No promises. That girl snuck
No
out more
promises.
times than I can count.
Don't let her. Please.
I won't.
Hold on just a second, guys. Okay, let's talk again. What did she say?
Make sure that you're back by dinner.
Fine. Okay, let's get out of here. I do like, okay, so in something, Zach getting to use traversal mechanics, the O traversal, to get over these is interesting. Also, this area looks so much less vibrant and beautiful and with everything dead, and that's a good touch. Zach cares for Aerith as much as Elmira. Yeah. See? Yeah.
I thought about what you said. Couldn't stop thinking about it, actually. About how it's up to each of us
to find our own purpose in life. 'Cause in Avalanche, I think I found mine.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a whole lot of time. So tonight's gotta be the night. Do yourself a favor and steer clear of Reactor 6. Take care, Biggs.
No, I didn't. That's not what I meant.
Too
Gotta
late.
find Elmira.
And we are back. Eco extremist for the win. Oh, there we go.
You just wake up?
Yuffie. There we go.
I heard about this really cool play going on. Got a couple tickets. Want to see it together?
I'm not the only one who's got a big day tomorrow. You ought to get some rest.
Yeah, I
Meow,
know.
meow, meow.
But hey, remember? Last time we didn't even get to ride the sky wheel. Isn't that like eating you up inside?
No.
Plus,
God,
you've
I'm
been
so
frowning
sorry.
so much,
My
I figured you
cat is
forgot how to
going
smile.
insane right
That's
now.
where
I gotta just
the
make sure he's
amazing
okay.
Yuffie, come in.
Come here, Charlie. Okay. So it's Yuffie's birthday. I think Charles is doing okay. He just wants attention. I think he just wants pets. You can come up here, bud. This isn't a gameplay part. Probably not going to get to the Rufus fight. We're just going to do the date. Come here, bud.
Going down.
Come on. Come on, Charles. Say hi. Hi to everybody.
See you again soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, something big is afoot.
Your trusty guide, Moogle, is at your service.
Let's walk
We
there.
look forward to serving you again soon, Kupo.
And let's watch Loveless together and break it down.
Welcome to the Gold Saucer. Are you ready for a fun-filled day in a golden paradise? Beyond this glittering gateway lies a world of excitement and adventure for people of all ages. For a change of pace, try Skywheel Square, where you can take in the sights of the saucer from a mile away. Hoping to make some memories with a special someone? Then hop aboard a gondola today.
I like that there's so many different mixtures of each character's music with the gold saucers on each of the dates. It's so smart. Meow, meow, meow.
So, how you want to kick this off? We gotta go to Wonderment Square next. You promised.
Only couples may ride the Skywheel at this time. Grab your friend or partner and embark on a wondrous trip through the sights and sounds of the Gold Saucer. Watch the adventure unfold before your very eyes, each moment more breathtaking than the last. This dazzling journey is sure to be one you won't soon forget.
Alright, shall we go to Event Square? Oh, you don't want up anymore now? Okay, you got everything you needed, Charlie? Jesus Christ, okay.
And away we go.
Let's go watch Gloveless. Let's break down Gloveless. Don't get me wrong, I do like the level scene. Maybe expectations are too high or something for some reason did hit me in the feels. I have one issue with it. And I'll show that off.
I'm waiting for one of the actors to come out. I was hoping I could ask them for an autograph.
I managed this might be hard to follow.
Please take your seats before the performance starts.
This place blows past it.
Are you here to see Loveless?
Seeing Jessie does kind of... yeah, I actually didn't care about her character until seeing the reaction to her here.
Come on, let's find our seats.
To a member of the staff at your earliest convenience.
Make 'em bloom.
Attention Event Square guests. Could make 'em bloom. That's make 'em bloom. Please speak to to a member of the staff at your earliest convenience. Thank you. Attention, Event Square guests. Could make 'em bloom. That's make 'em bloom.
Congratulations. Would you like to sing it?
Me?
Till the end, with the end of days is come, the goddess alights from the heavens above. Upon those her blessings she doth bestow true happiness, but they shall know. So this is a representation of the gift of the goddess, which is just happiness here. And yes, that is Jessie as the goddess. To claim her boon, a valiant 3. So the 3 members of Loveless, a valiant 3. The hero, the prisoner, life cut, one life's cut short, another slain. Not but a prisoner doth remain. So one is killed, one's life ends early, but the prisoner remains. Bereft of his wings, he falls from grace, yet venerated is he in her embrace. So the prisoner loses his wings, right? He just falls from grace, yet venerated in her, and is he in her embrace. So purified and protected and revered. Didn't she die at Remake? Rialto TM? Yeah, this is a holographic simulation of her. Jessie's dead. Yeah. So the goddess's embrace. And in this version of the play, the prisoner is the one left standing here and happens to be blonde, you know. So now the cruel world has forsaken us all. Will our hero nevertheless stand tall? So now it's up to the prisoner in a world that's abandoned everybody to be the hero. They look like Cloud and Earth. A little bit, yeah. But that's not to say that the goddess is in a romantic relationship with the prisoner. a nod that the goddess is the live stream itself from Make 'em Bloom? Probably. You know, or that she is a representative of the live stream. Like, who else is a goddess? Is Minerva. Minerva has Aerith's face, you know, her model does in Crisis Core. Not the CG one. Look, look at these two brothers in the upper right-hand corner. Are identical.
She was amazing.
Yeah. Way better than me.
Way better than me at acting. Okay. Well, you haven't had a chance to act yet. So I do feel like that line was put out of order. Sort of. Okay, so one of my things is I feel like the pacing of the date scene didn't get a final revision, or it was kind of thrown together when there were different variations of what was happening. It's like sort of a whiplash to have multiple people be able to be involved in this date, especially if it happens to be Aerith that's on the date. For instance, Aerith is somehow with you, also walks away, gets scanned for VR, performs the song, comes back, sits next to you, then is also in the play with you. And it's just sort of this weird pacing whiplash. And it feels like maybe there's some inconsistency. The final thing we'll talk about when we get there.
Today's performance takes audience participation to the next level. With our revolutionary technology, you will become the hero of the story. Only you can fell the Dragon King and win the princess's heart.
Here we go.
A mechanical metropolis built of blood, sweat, and gears.
Okay. Mechanical metropolis. Blood, sweat, and gears. Okay. Midgar. It's even called Guardia.
The city of Guardia.
Guardia.
An insatiable machine devoid of pity. Neighbors on all
Hideous.
sides fell victim to its hunger while it grew
Everything around Midgar is desolate, dead.
larger and ever more powerful. The whirlwind of conquest swept up many, including him.
The prisoner.
Alfred was the traveler's
Alfred, the
name.
traveler's
In
name.
search of the goddess's
In
blessing.
search of the goddess's blessing. So what does the goddess's blessing? Why would Cloud be looking for that?
He had journeyed forth alone. He flung himself into the fray in the hope of becoming a hero, only to be flung in jail and branded a villain.
To join Avalanche. Choose your path, test your might tutorial. We're facing our fate.
I must away.
I must away.
Release.
My blade thirsts for vengeance.
Me. My blade thirsts for vengeance.
Don't worry, Alfred. I'm here to rescue you.
Rosa, how did you find me?
Yield princess intuition, I guess.
Okay, and here's the other thing. The competition that they all get or that's happening for the song is called Thou Art Rosa, right? So I get the sense that they almost were going to do something that involved all three of them, you know, or either they weren't going to do it at all, or that that maybe the song was like a last minute inclusion. You know, it just feels like there's something discordant around the way the multiplayer is, or the player choice element is constructed. Nothing quite fits, you know. Yeah, the wormhole detail.
Pray take not another step, gentle princess.
Varvados.
Oh ho! Would the cur defy his captor?
Man, I wish there was a Varvados costume, an Alfred costume.
I, by the grace of the goddess, as she has set me free, even now, so too shall she guide my blade.
The goddess set me free, and she shall guide my blade.
Pride goeth before the fall, and pride goeth.
Let's just go straight for the Dragon King.
Tremble in fear before the mighty dragon's roar!
Oops. Oh, right off the bat, I'm doing so good.
Bravo! What a splendid show! Never have I seen a swordsman dance with such grace and skill. The goddess must have seen fit to grant him a sliver of her strength. Perhaps his dreams of becoming a hero may yet be fulfilled.
The story of him becoming a hero.
Hail and
A
well
hero
met,
was born.
noble Alfred. Though I am but a humble fool, some talent in divination do I possess. Anything you wish to know, I shall gladly reveal. What is the future, if not the product of choices past?
That's right.
Each a fork in the road. None can divine the conclusion of every path.
Every path.
And yet, all tales that begin with a chance encounter share the same end. A tearful farewell. Well, that's
Well,
enough
indeed.
of that, brethren.
Well,
It's time
well,
we
well.
set the stage anew.
Garm.
May my
Garm.
infernal fangs find their mark, and taste of your flesh!
It sucks that you're so busy doing this that you don't get to look at it, because it looks really cool. Yeah, I missed one because I was like looking at it, you know. Oops. The main drawback, yeah.
A truly remarkable display of swordsmanship, enough to prove his heroism once and for all. He had been unjustly imprisoned and stripped of his wings. Nevertheless, Alfred was resolved to press onward and reclaim the heavens. Now, without further ado, friends, lend me your ears. Our aspiring heroes and indomitable princess's tale draws to a close. Only one act remains. Parting is indeed such sweet sorrow, but as they say, all good things must
come to an end.
Though it is our wish that this tale remain with you long after we are gone. So, my friends, will you join us in our conquest of despair? Spectacular!
Conquest
Though
of
our tale be
Despair.
loveless
So, will you join us in our... Will you join us in our contest against despair? So despair is representative of the core antagonistic mechanic. Does that sound familiar?
We may yet restore hope to this heartbroken world. The Dragon
Restoring
King
hope to the
Barbados
world.
fears only true love. And
The Dragon King fears only love.
so our hero Alfred will reveal to him its power. He will go to his beloved and proclaim their blessed bond with a kiss. Now, stand
So-
before your soulmate and let the world know your heart.
So there's funny ways to look through this, but if you choose, you know, whoever the love interest is, it is sort of a... I mean, there's parallels to the live stream sequence, right? Like, it's only when Cloud really embraces those that he loves that he's able to defeat Sephiroth. And this is true in Advent Children as well, you know? Although it's much of a more platonic love towards, like, you know, Marlene and his kids and all the whole family, you know? You can't kiss the dog.
Alfred.
And they stay very far
Cease the charade. Love is
away.
not but an illusion.
Goddess above, let my blade strike true.
Oops. This is the worst I've ever done. We'll see what happens. Ice swords. Oops. The Phoenix. Rebirth's flame. So Varvados and Garm seem to represent, to me, Sephiroth and Jenova.
Bereft of wings and broken, I consign you to the abyss.
That was pretty good. Heroic, even. High praise coming from a princess. But don't let it go to your head.
What awaits you at journey's end, I wonder?
Indeed.
Will the goddess grant you her blessing? Or will the flames of vengeance consume you? All shall be revealed, O puppet of fate. So dance while you still have time. Dance till your frayed strings break, and you can dance no more.
Alfred, look! Must you go?
Those I hold dear are waiting.
Those I hold dear.
I don't understand. I cannot. But please be safe.
Rest assured, I shall return. You needn't promise that you'll wait.
No
for I
promises
know
to keep.
That I will find you here.
So I know I will find you there. So, and then also this the sky here, that looks very reminiscent of the Edge of Creation. This is not the true ending of Loveless, right? Well, we don't know the true ending of Loveless. The last part of the poem, like, that gets written in by Genesis, we don't know if that's true. We don't know if that's real. We don't know if this is, you know. Here's the song.
And there goes my spotlight.
Walking city streets with worn cobblestones, listening to people rushing past to rhythms all their own. Life passing me by, not thinking how the years have flown until I met you. I won't say that it was fate. I won't say that it was destiny. But if not, what could it be?
Her doing the lip sync is fantastic.
Could it be chance till the day that we
The yellow flower wreath is fantastic.
wish I could say, but believe, know that you'll find me. Promises to keep, we won't ever need. Till the day that we meet again at our place. Just let me believe in the chance that will come. Take my hand and never let me go. Take my hand and believe we can be together.
Yeah. Sung by Vincent. Oh, yeah. MCR cover. Yeah. I do like that they do make a point to really tone down chemistry between Cloud and Yuffie, because look, you know, to be honest, age of consent stuff is not universal. I have in the USA it's different, but and I'm personally supportive of it being very 16 is too young for an 18 or 21-year-old, but you always worry when you have a country that maybe has different ideas on that like, are we going to get into something accidentally problematic, etc. But you know, they do a lot to kind of really tone that down. I think that's good. But this is where, okay, so emotionally it's like kind of impactful to have like the Jesse Avalanche, like the Avalanche trio show up there. And then Chadley being in Wonder, I think Chadley's gonna be the most tragic character arc in part 3. Like I think Chadley does not make it to the end. Like for sure. Chadley's gonna Iron Giant or some shit. Okay. The emotional impact of Chadley, like that's cool. I like that. I actually think that's it. But seeing the Avalanche trio, it's fine. However, it's really confusing messaging next to like us also going into the live stream, you know, into the multiple worlds and talking to Biggs' spirit. It cheapens the whole thing to even be able to have a conversation with Biggs, you know, in the interlude worlds. And why only Biggs, not the other two? Air didn't really know them. You know, we kind of understand that now, like looking back at the whole thing, but it cuts some of the emotional impact of the scene. I'm just telling you, everybody's going to be so upset that they were so mean to Chadley, ODZ. They'll be like, oh man. Chadley's getting Raiden MGS4 level redemption. And then she's so sad. Like this is one of my favorite touches. She's crying to herself here. Because she's got like this understanding of things to come and how overwhelming it all is. All this uncertainty. It's very complex, you know, and it doesn't really guarantee us that we won't see her again or that she won't survive. I mean, she probably won't, but that's not the point, you know, like it's still like an emotion, like from her POV as somebody that's like got all of the burden of being the last Cetra on her. It's really good portrayal. And I love it. And then the party's there. You know, we're so proud of you.
Go on.
With Yuffie's theme in the background because I chose that date. Meow, 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 meow. Please give us these outfits. Like some of the cloth physics on Alfred's outfit is so good. Barrett's Varvados is pretty good too. Meow, 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 meow.
Mark my words. Next time, I'm gonna be the leading lady.
And sing the Materia song?
Just you wait.
Attention! The Sky Wheel will
Sing
be
the
closing
Materia
soon.
song. That'd be so
Please
rad.
line up and have your ticket ready.
All right. Sounds like it's Sky Wheel time. Hot.
Let's go, Skywheel
For
time.
tonight's special performance of Loveless. If you'd like to continue the magic this evening, you're invited to use your tickets to the show for one free ride on the Sky Wheel. Enjoy
Oh,
a stunning view
Jesse.
of the gold saucer and the dazzling night sky.
I also do like that it's called the G edition. G for Gold Saucer edition, by the way. That's what it stands for. It doesn't stand for anything else.
One day, I'm gonna be singing on that stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, advance tickets.
Your trusty guide, Moogle, is at your service.
Genesis isn't canon.
Let's make tracks, Kubo.
Make them bloom. Or Sleep Easy, if that ended up being true.
Have yourselves a magical day.
Ride the Sky Wheel at this time.
Give me that GAC soundtrack.
And embark on a wondrous trip through the sights and sounds of the Gold Saucer. Watch the adventure unfold before your very eyes. Each moment more breathtaking.
Let's start to. Hey, what are you doing?
Something about all these pebbles sets my heart aflutter.
Oh, poor Pinocchio wants to be a real boy so bad. It's gonna be so shitty.
Are you ready to?
He's gonna thank Cloud though for giving him an opportunity to see the beautiful world and see wonders. He's gonna have that fucking Rutger Hauer moment. ODZ, you're gonna be feeling so bad. I can feel it already.
Are you ready to ride?
Let's ride the Sky Wheel.
Practice makes perfect.
Practice for what?
For when the real thing comes around. Hey!
I go
aren't you
back and
forgetting
forth,
someone?
Carrie's it over what I actually want.
Okay.
I'm kind of in like a go for it. Let's do it. I kind of don't care. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. The scene is wholesome. Yeah. It is very wholesome.
That's so cool!
It's very like brotherly, like brother sister kind of coded in this one, because you know, they both had to kind of miss childhoods a little bit, but Cloud quite literally lost everything from 16 to 21. You know,
Let's take a
he's in a vat and he's building it up, filling the space. You know,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Genova juice, all that stuff.
Ah! Unfreaking believable!
Yeah, they're all really well done. Others is a close second for me. And then this little awkward space here, obviously. Because it's like they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I heard you and Tifa go.
And then who does she talk about? Talks about Tifa.
I also heard she used to have a pretty big crush on you.
That's so.
Who'd you hear that from? Was it
Not
Tifa?
at first. Apparently, even as a kid, you had that weird loner vibe. But then one day, bam! She caught the love bug. Are you into her?
Don't remember.
Really? Though, I guess that makes sense. Tifa said she was so busy after the move to Midgard that she forgot all about you too.
Oh, look at him. I'm not upset. I'm
I
okay.
don't know what it is about you guys, but I get it. I had a thing for a soldier once. At least I think he was a soldier. I wanted to prove myself, so I hit him with my best moves. It was like I was firing energy blasts. After a few salvos, he shouted, "You got me!" And at the time, I totally bought it. Of course, he was just playing along for a dumb kid.
Yeah.
And once I realized that, I was pissed. I couldn't stop thinking about him. I swore to myself that one day I'd blast that jerk for real. Did
Blast
some
him.
hardcore training so I could give him a beatdown. But eventually, it dawned on me. He was just being nice. Like, he was a really nice guy. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized, wow, I liked him.
Yeah.
You know?
What's not to like?
Maybe it's because of those feelings that I still can't fire energy blasts.
Maybe, or maybe that's just
with
I
the
love
energy
this
blast?
part.
Or my feelings.
The former. Feelings ain't my thing.
Yeah, I'll play video games with you. Hell yeah. Let's energy
We both
blast.
kind of suck in that department.
Yeah, you do. You guys are trash at feelings. But you're a 16-year-old child soldier. You know. Both of you. And that's probably normal. She does literally fire energy blast, yeah.
I mean, that is the sort of thing you're supposed to do in these
Oops.
situations.
Oops. You fucked up. Fucked up. Committed a
Don't go
crime.
thinking it means anything, okay?
You're trying to get him on a list. What are you doing?
Oh, say something! You're so annoying!
I love this. Him playing along. It's wholesome. It's cute. I love it.
If I ever see that guy again, what should I do?
I am very
It's up to
curious.
you. But if it were me, I'd let him have it.
So, okay. Do we think she does? Does she let him have it? I think if they keep the affinity system, the under the high wind scene will only be Tifa. Oh my god, if they do that. Oh, I'm turning off the internet. Well, you know what? Maybe not. Like, so something, you know, where I see most negative discourse even around shipping, I shit you not, it's just Twitter and YouTube comments.
Full disclosure, didn't know anything about this promised land.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, hi, Charlie. Do you want to say goodbye to everybody? You want to say goodbye? Goodbye, Char Char. You're a loud boy, huh? Yeah. So, I mean, if Blue Sky keeps up its current vibe, Blue Sky doesn't have any of that gnarly shit on it. I swear. They talk about ships and stuff, but it's like not the same. It just isn't, you know? So. Custard Bustard, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Robert M2 as well. Yeah. You know, I may come back in a little bit. I do have some stuff I got to take care of. Just 3 more hours. But So my plan for tomorrow then is I will finish up the chapter, which will take a little bit of time because the boss gauntlet's kind of hard, and then we're just doing every side quest in chapter 13 in one go, 1 or 2 goes, because I've saved them all, basically, for the purpose of doing, because I haven't done them all in with Red's new voice, you know. But I think you guys are wonderful. Blue Sky is way better. It is so much better. I know, at everything so far. Who knows how long that'll last, but for now I'm hanging with it. So anyways, you guys are great. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you for being supportive through tech problems and everything. I